Oh, we know.
Hello and welcome to WCC Esports West Coast Conference Pepperdine versus the University of San Francisco, or USF. There was some joking around going on in the chat as we get started here, so we're all in lobby and we will be starting here shortly. What? A lot of shenanigans are going on in the chat right now. Don't fully understand what's happening, but you know, that just be how it be sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm getting my chat pulled up, so you can hear that, so I can talk to people during the game. We're getting all ready. Everyone's in lobby, it seems, so we should be starting here in just a second. We should be doing a live draft, ideally, so overall, be very interesting. Alrighty, dighty then. Don't know exactly when everyone will be ready, but we're just making sure that everything is all set to go. Overall, seems like it'll be a very interesting game. Pretty standard as far as OP.GGs for the members of their team that we do have. Perhaps some Galio or some Rel or for their support, Kaga. And then of course
Looks
ADC,
like they're
Spirit Tracks, which we recognize. Spirit Tracks and Flow have returned from previous seasons.
okay. Looks like Kaga is a Thresh main as well, so that might be one of Pepperdine's bans, as they identified that as as one of the bans last game.
Yeah, Pepperdine dislikes playing into that Thresh generally. It is a very common ban for them, targeting that support role. All right, we see the first R question mark going down in the chat, so we should be starting here soon. All right, everyone's ready, so we are getting ready here, and we will go into picks and bans in this USF versus Pepperdine game. Notably,
so I go.
The Shen ban coming out from USF.
Shen is one of Julian's like fallback tank champions, so yeah, that Ornn game I was very surprised because I've never seen him pull out the Ornn before.
And it went very well, so
yeah,
might end up seeing that come back if he's banned out. But we see the Seraphine ban coming out from Pepperdine, another very, very common ban, with her being able to be played in the support role or the mid lane role.
So that's very interesting, yeah.
A Camille ban for Jewel Pod.
Yeah, it seems like Seraphine has been one of those priority bans when teams are on the red side, so looks like Seraphine is a very potent first pick champion. I think she's able to be flex mid, AD, and bot, and no, mid, AD, and support currently, so obviously is a very strong pick.
And it looks like the Renekton first pick can be technically flexed mid lane, though most common up there in the top lane.
It's very interesting. That Renekton is a very easily countered champion, and I wonder how Pepperdine will respond to it.
Looks like the Samira was covered, but it seems like the Rel pickup for Liquid Core JJ will actually be locked in. This will be the first time Pepperdine has played Rel in this collegiate season.
And Rel is a very strong pick, has very nasty engage. I'm really excited to see what Liquid Core JJ can do with it.
And then the Samira lock-in, which was originally the first hover, but maybe they just needed an extra second to talk about it before locking it in.
As Rel blind pick is actually also very counter pickable, as there's quite a few options that USF can go for like the Thresh or the Maokai. We see Kaga21 actually plays Thresh, so that might be the pick that they go for. Oh,
Hovering
Alistar
the
works too.
Alistar.
Yeah,
Just headbutt the Rel away.
that's right. Very easy. Seer jump
We
in.
might be seeing the Ornn again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh.
Oh,
Or instead, something spicier. The Vladimir, which has previously been banned out from the Watermelon God. But no, it'll be the Ornn.
mm-hmm.
No AP damage picked up yet for Pepperdine. I expect some AP picks for both the jungle and mid lane will be targeted by USF here in this ban phase. But no
like
AP damage from USF either.
Grounded.
Yeah, I feel like Pepperdine will ban Talia and look to pick that Lilia again. Like you said, if it ain't broke. Going for the comfort there for Scott on the Lilia.
Oh, Jimbone in the chat points out that we have the Watermelon God versus Felon Watermelon this game. So we'll have to see who really is the Lord of the Watermelon this time, or as Toph from Avatar The Last Airbender would say, the Melon Lord.
Yeah. Some serious stakes here. Who claims the title of Watermelon?
We'll have to see. Oh,
That's
and
Pepperdine.
Pepperdine bans the Lilia.
That's very interesting because
Did
they
not
do
want
have
to
first
risk
pick here.
Picking into it. They must have something else that they're thinking of. I think Scott looked very, very good on that Lilia last game, so it's interesting that they would not keep that option around, but we'll have to see. Notably, USF does not opt to ban any AP picks, despite the fact that AP is what Pepperdine needs thus far.
That is very true.
And they pick an AD jungler as well, so we'll have to see who they give to Winchell 400. Perhaps the Silas for Winchell 400?
That's right. I've also heard Winchell 400 has played Syndra in past competitive matches, so that could also be
true. That's very true. You are right about that.
Syndra, Victor, Oriana, all very good control mages that have good carry potential right now.
And an AD jungler picked up for USF as well, so potentially the only AP in these games will be in the mid lane.
And yeah, the Victor Oriana coming out. And the Syndra, yeah. Just the
Hovering those picks just in general.
yeah. Just the three champions that
Ooh.
are strong right now.
But then
Nico actually, yeah, Nico has been doing pretty well in solo queue recently. People have been going a like Everfrost, Void Staff, Zanya's build, and it's been having a lot of success.
And we might pick up the Syndra into it.
It does look to be the Syndra. I'm guessing is a comfort of Winchell 400. There we go.
All right, so
Looking at both sides here, which one do you like?
it's hard to say. I'm currently leaning towards Pepperdine just because I'm familiar with them on some of these champions and I've seen them be able to execute this tried and true before, but some pretty interesting combinations coming out here from USF as well.
Yeah, I personally don't know who has a better draft here. Both has their own strengths.
Well, we can potentially get a little bit of a more experienced opinion as we invite assistant coach Kyle Cottywumple Griffith to the stream coming up here just shortly as he joins us for this 3-minute spectator delay. Important to note, not only do we have this 3-minute spectator delay in client, we also have a 2-minute spectator delay on us casters ourselves. So overall, you, chat, are seeing things 5 minutes behind the action. But welcome, Kyle Cottywumple Griffith, to the stream.
Hello.
Tell us about these drafts, because they're a bit interesting, and we were a little bit worried that we were going to see no AP this game.
Yeah, so normally you handshake your AP junglers like Lily and Talia. We were really expecting the first pick AP jungler, and we would just take what was left up, and then they didn't. They went with Renekton, which really wasn't on our radar. It left up Ornn. Ornn's will just, assuming he doesn't die in lane, he'll just out team fight the Renekton, ideally. We were expecting a first pick Rel, and then they didn't take it, and so we just, R1, R2, Samira Rel, which is a super strong lane, and then they didn't ban Graves, and so we just take Graves.
There you go.
Yeah. Very interesting, though. I would like to know your thoughts on this draft, though. I feel like I don't see a particular winner on each side. Like, both has their own strengths here. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the Kindred surprised us, right? That wasn't what we were expecting. We don't have a phenomenal way of knocking Kindred out. There's no set. There's no any, the Syndra can knock her out. So that's a little bit of an issue. But for the most part, it seems even, right? It seems like each team is playing what they want to play. I think a lot's going to come down to top lane. If Renekton gets ahead, he's going to be a big teamfight crocodile, and that'll be a problem. But we have, Rel is so good at counter engaging, right? The Alistar goes in and Rel just counter engages, right? And that's what the champion does. So ideally, we play smart, we play back, we let them try to force into us. Like Renekton, Alistar wants to be fighting into you, and if we can just be cool, calm, and collected, Syndra can knock him back, Rel can counter engage, Ornn is phenomenal peel. We should, in theory, we should win the draft, right? If we play our comps perfectly, we've outdrafted them, and we have the better team fight. So it comes down to execution. I don't think either team is like outright one draft, but I feel like if we execute better, we have the advantage.
Although I do feel like compared to LMU, they also had like a straightforward fight comp. But here USF picked like Alistar, Nico, and Renekton, who, if they do get a good flank on Pepperdine, can really disorient us. And with the Zai and the Kindred, they have really good peel against the Samira, the Syndra, and the Rel. So, it all comes down to execution here.
You're absolutely right. Nico is the big wild card here, right? That was not something we were anticipating.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. If Nico gets a good flank, we're in a lot of trouble. So warding, vision, and good comms is going to be really important for us to this game, not to get jumped on. If Alistar gets a 4-man knockup and Nico ults on top of it, we're in trouble. So the guys are really going to have to play around their vision and not overcommit to objectives and, kind of tunnel on location. If we get caught in corridors around objectives, we could be in for a world of hurt. So a lot of pressure on the guys to just be smart and cool and calm and collected.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much for giving your perspective here, Kyle. We will be loading into the game here shortly, so we'll have to say goodbye for now, but we will definitely get your feedback after the game, and no matter what happens, and we'll look forward to talking to you then.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
See ya.
All right, thank you. All right, so we are currently stuck on 96% here in the loading screen, looking at all the beautiful skins of all of the various champions here. So I think that Kyle did have a lot of good thoughts about Pepperdine and USF's drafts, but I am a little bit worried about the Nico and the Kindred ultimate, but it'll be interesting to say the least.
Yeah, hopefully our boys will be able to keep in mind the potential and the nasty discoveries that are possible from the side of USF. But regardless of the outcome of the game, this VOD will be very insightful and very helpful to the team's understanding of the game.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, if there is one thing Pepperdine clearly has the advantage on going into this game, it's this Skinnergy bot side. Both of those champions, Rel and Samira, part of the new faction. The something Rose, I'm blanking out.
As we see USF immediately trying a cheese in the top line. Hopefully the Watermelon God is aware of this, and he is. Walks away. Very ambitious from USF. as Pepperdine takes advantage of this and goes into their bottom side to get some vision. As Kindred does usually tend to want to start red side or on her red side, so this ward from Pepperdine will definitely be able to catch her out and give Pepperdine some valuable information.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Pepperdine is indeed going to be starting on their red side as well, or their red buff, I should say, as well.
So again, a double red start, but this time USF is aware of the fact that Pepperdine could have gone vision and starts with the sweeper. I feel like this early game could be more beneficial to the side of Pepperdine because their bot lane doesn't have to leash and is able to get lane priority
Immediately.
While the Ornn is already in a losing matchup, so is alright with the Renekton pushing into him and seeding those early few minions.
Some spicy trades going down there in the top side. Ornn actually managing to come out fairly even versus the Renekton there, despite being a level down.
Both have to pop their potions, but the Watermelon God has the biscuits. Will be able to stay relatively more healthy. As Windchill gets a nice shove onto the Nikos, looking for a recall here.
No, the Watermelon God's in a bit of pressure, trouble topside. I don't know why I cannot speak this evening. Apologies.
Yeah, it drops low, but fortunately he is under his tower. Hopefully it won't be dove here. As Syndra immediately buys the tier. Yeah, currently with these control mages, I've been seeing the Luden's Echo, or the tier into Luden's Echo and then the Athenes. Oh no, Seraphs, sorry.
Yeah.
Very...
For a second I was like, my poor support heart beat quickly. I was like, Athenes, it's in the game? No, it's not. Not anymore.
Yeah. R.I.P. As Nico picks up a Darksteel.
A lot of confidence coming out from Flo there. Oh, the dive coming out onto the Watermelon God, but he's able to E away out of harm's way.
As Renekton actually tanks a tower shot there is really bad, but the Ornn walks in with the Kindred right there.
Yeah.
Gets chonked.
Kindred, they're able to get a lot of poke down onto the Watermelon God, forcing him out of lane for the sake of his life.
And looking at top lane there, Renekton had a freeze there, but elects to shove the wave.
And
does
honestly,
get out Ornn.
That was a lot of time spent topside from Kindred for no benefit really, but it does look like they are going to be sneaking into the Pepperdine jungle looking for something, potentially those Krugs.
Very unfortunate that Kindred's mark spawned on the opposite side of the map. Will not be able to pick that up. As Graves goes to the Grop to pick it up, could look to solo Dragon here. We'll have to see what Scott decides to do.
Kindred looks like they are going to be picking up Graves' Raptors as well.
Yeah. Solo topside actually. And Syndra recalls again these early backs, getting these early power spikes.
Very confident jungling here from Felon Watermelon.
As if she is able to clear her bot side and her top side, she will build a massive lead on the Graves.
Yeah, we're just now seeing Scott heading towards the top side, not aware that it's basically completely gone. I think think there was one Raptor rep. Oh, the Rel engage comes out. The Samira goes in.
Nice. Forces out the flash.
Gets Spirit Tracks incredibly low.
As that was I feel like that was a misplay from the Alistar. The Rel W is very easily telegraphed, and he's not able to Q or W the Rel there. And Pepperdine wins out on the bot trade. We see actually Kindred, this is very interesting. She's been wasting a lot of time in her bot side, not really farming, and actually canceled her back before actually deciding to go through with it.
Yeah, despite getting all of that CS from Pepperdine's top side, Scott still has an over 10 CS advantage.
Yeah, that's right. And a level lead for Scott, so very well done by Scott, being able to keep up this tempo.
Important to note, level 6 is coming up for everybody here shortly across the map, so we'll have to look towards both teams looking to make plays here. Important to note as well, the Watermelon God picks up an early Bramble Vest, trying to cut down on that Renekton healing.
And then Nico pulls out the first buy Merc Treads, so very respectful from both sides. Aware of the kill potential of their opposing laner.
Syndra, Winchell not giving the same sort of respect. The gank coming out here against the Renekton. The Watermelon God gets the kill, first blood.
And the Watermelon God pulls out the first blood. Brilliant flash from the Nico. But the Alistar's up here.
Syndra's in a bit of trouble here, has to flash out herself. Alistar potentially going for the kill.
And Nico gets caught by the Brilliant.
That was amazing.
The Watermelon God.
Oh my goodness. Really a fantastic play there.
Cooling with the E to stop the Nico. Oh.
That
and
was...
Winchell 400 lives.
Wow. That's definitely, you know, I couldn't even fathom what I was seeing. I was so impressed. Just an excellent play from all those Pepperdine players topside.
Yeah, as USF actually loses out with Alistar roaming to the top side. As Zaya must be very sad right now. Hasn't been able to touch any CS for like a minute now.
Mm-hmm. A pretty substantial CS advantage opening up here in the bot lane.
Yeah, as Renekton actually didn't use his flash there, so a little bit of a grief there.
Pepperdine's going to push in this wave and then look towards this early Mountain Drake. The Graves is there. Scott getting damage onto the Nico. The Rel engages for her Samira.
Wow.
The Kindred ultimate comes down.
Very good Rel engage. Gets a Kindred ult early and
fantastic Samira ultimate into the engage from the rest of Pepperdine's team. Nico ult is there, but gets
a good pushback from
back by Santo Massey there.
Or from Winchell there.
Or Winchell, sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm used to Santo Massey playing mid, so I was looking at the Syndra.
Yeah, and again, Pepperdine wins a 4v5 there. That's very well played. Like Kyle said, it was up to the execution, and right now Pepperdine is executing brilliantly.
Yeah,
not quite on the scuttle crab there, but
3K gold lead now, opening up for Pepperdine as we head into this game.
Yeah, I'd just like to talk about that scuttle play really quick. Scuttle crab play. The Syndra pushed it, and then the Rel W missed. Just terrible communication from Pepperdine. Really sad to see.
And now we see Scott with 3-0-2. 100% kill participation on this Graves. And of course, just like last game, the Watermelon God surprising with his ability on the Ornn. And just in general, everyone from Pepperdine playing on point.
Yeah, everyone on the side of Pepperdine has a gold lead on their counterpart, especially Scott with 1.8 thousand gold up on the Kindred, totaling overall to 3,000 gold for the side of Pepperdine. As Graves actually starts in the Rift Herald, while Nico looks for wards on the bot side.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of a calm moment here in this game after a lot of spiciness.
Drops a nice control ward in Pepperdine's bot side jungle.
Oh, Root goes down, but the Kindra W.
Yeah, just Nico very strong there. Just that simple EQ just takes out their like 3/4 of Syndra's HP. As Nico here actually goes for the Hextech alternator, so not the Everfrost, what I've commonly seen, but actually probably going for the Rocket Belt here. As Julian, a level up, easily wins out on the trade against the Renekton.
The Renekton will defend that control ward for now. Oh, Scott's there with 2 levels up and
yeah,
all the gold in the
flash
world.
from the Nico.
Does ultimately get the Kindred before dying to the Nico, giving a pretty decent shutdown over.
Does trade it for the Kindred flash. Alright, the Nico flash and Kindred ult. As the Watermelon God goes for another possible solo kill. Lands both ults. Gets the knock up.
Oh, that was so close.
Very close.
I think he could have won that, but it was just perhaps a little bit too much. I'm trying to think of what he could have done differently there.
I know that was tough. I think he hit every ability there, but it just wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think he could have snuck in another auto anywhere, so probably just Renekton in general a little bit too strong.
As Nico here is looking pretty strong. Definitely you have to be worried about her if you're on the side of Pepperdine.
Important to note that Infernal Drake is coming up here in about 10 seconds. Both Pepperdine and USF were moving to take it, but a pause comes out. I was warned of this pause beforehand. It looks like the jungler for USF disconnected.
As due to that early skirmish between Scott and Kindred, Fel and Watermelon, Kindred ult will be down for this, so this could be a chance for Pepperdine to look for a game-swinging team fight.
to Watermelon God and Jewel Pod's TPs are up. They can join this bottom fight very quickly. It looks like Felon Watermelon is looking for this Drake potentially. But will not get it. Engages just a bit too late. Gets melted by Pepperdine. Unfortunately,
as Liquid Core JJ gets caught. Yeah. Nico instantly just gets bursted.
Before her ultimate can even complete this beautiful stun from Syndra. Windchill 400 gives the triple kill over to the Samira. Santomasi currently maintaining his 0 deaths here in the WCC with 3 kills now. That KDA, the stats page is going to be beautiful.
As we see, Windchill 400 pings Samira's ult there. Maybe a little bit mad that he didn't get any of that, so... yeah. Samira's KDA will be looking very good. Or Santomasi.
And first turret of the game will go over to Pepperdine. That little bit of extra gold only helping extend this 5K gold lead that they have over the side of University of San Francisco.
Again, Pepperdine taking a very convincing lead in the early game. We'll just have to see if they can maintain it through the mid game.
Yeah, but looking at it now, the Renekton on Jewel Pod has finished the Gore Drinker and just starting to be a scary Renekton.
Renekton and Nico are never... you can never count them out.
Yeah, Flo's been playing very, very well on this Nico as well, so got to see. The Grass Proc takes Jewel Pod down very, very low. The Watermelon God getting aggressive again. Ultimately does not get the ultimate off, but Graves is there. Scott picks up the kill. Now going 6-1-6 on this Graves. Let's talk about that for a second.
Scott is playing very well.
Play out of his mind, to be completely honest.
Yeah, in our WCC games. Doing very, very well.
Oh, Kindred in a bit of trouble there. Will use her ultimate to survive Syndra ulti.
I think Kindred is able to pick up her mark there, so I might have to say worth there for Kindred.
The next objective that Pepperdine can go for is this Herald, if they can kill it very quickly before it turns into the Baron here. Does not look like they'll go for it though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again,
I guess
the second Herald.
We do have time, but you're right.
Yeah, the second Herald, not the most important objective.
Important to note, aside from Spirit Tracks and Santomasi, level advantages for Pepperdine across the board. I definitely want to shout out Spirit Tracks. Despite having the Samira have had the advantage all throughout laning phase, does manage to stay fairly even in CS.
That's right. Key players here to look at are Renekton and Nico and Zaya for USF. As we see both solo laners just drop into the side lanes.
We've got another minute before that Wind Drake comes up. We know USF does not want to give this third Drake to Pepperdine. The Rel engage goes down onto the Watermelon God and just... or it's not the Watermelon God. Felon Watermelon. The other Watermelon. And he just gets nuked by the Cinder ultimate.
Yeah, again, he was caught out in the jungle, does not have ultimate there. So it just goes down. As Orn hits level 13, picks up Forge Fire Crest for himself.
Definitely, we'll have to see what he starts upgrading when he hits level 14.
Between the Graves, Syndra, and Samira here, I think I'd upgrade the Graves.
Yeah, the 6-1 and 6 Graves, I think, might be smart.
2 completed items is absolutely massive right now.
They put down that Rift Herald to get pressure there in the mid lane as they turn and pivot to get this Wind Drake. Cloud, I should say. And it just goes down so quickly. Pepperdine picks up the 3rd Drake, and now USF has got to be feeling that pressure because that Cloud Soul is on the way for Pepperdine.
As we see Syndra even rotating up to the mid lane, they could look to start Baron here. They're getting vision here. Very close. Syndra barely misses the stun onto Kindred. Yeah.
Pepperdine gives that blue buff over to Windchill 400. Notably, Windchill 400 does have an upgraded Magi's. He has not died either this game. Seems like a fairly good buy.
Buys a stopwatch as well, just to be sure.
Yeah,
Just to be
even
safe.
with the confidence of the Magi, showing the respect.
As we see from the side of USF, we have Nico going for the Zanyas and Renekton going for the Sterak's Gauge. If these two players can get those items for the next dragon, I'd say, I mean, it could be pretty even. Pepperdine just has to make sure they ward their flanks and are careful about getting womboed.
Pepperdine, unfortunately, has managed to squander leads like this before. It does not seem likely at this point, considering how well they've been playing, but definitely need to stay respectful, stay cautious, and look for the objectives or the fight that they need to win. Notably, the Watermelon God does get that level 14 on Orin, so he will be looking to upgrade one of the items of his teammates.
So I would have liked to see Pepperdine start the Baron about a few minutes ago, but like you said, that'd be a way to squander their lead. So taking it very slow, taking the 100%
Wonderful
guaranteed
rel
play.
engage here from Liquid Core JJ. Uses the ultimate to keep flow back, but ultimately the Samira can't close the distance. So ultimately it's rel, flash, and ultimate sort of wasted there.
Yeah, didn't get anything in return there. So Rel Flash will be down for next fight. We'll just have to see if USF can take advantage of that. Maybe punish Rel if she overextends. But then again, trading Rel for someone else on USF is not worth it. So very tough situation. Julian beautifully
Just so-
cancels the stun from Renekton and
So aggressive there from the Ornn.
yeah, very confident from the Watermelon God.
We have about 50 seconds here on that Cloud Soul. USF does not want to give this over to Pepperdine if they can help it. So Pepperdine knows that they've got pretty much a guaranteed fight here in the next minute. So they should they so desire.
Yeah, just looking at the gold, Graves is up 3,000. Syndra is up 1,000 and Samira is up 900. This is looking very rough for USF.
Yeah, grand total of about a 7K gold lead for Pepperdine.
Maybe they just have to give this Cloud Soul and fight for Elder, but we'll see. Fighting here could potentially put them even further behind.
Notably, again, Jewel Pod and the Watermelon God are here topside, but both have their teleports so they can get down to that bot side fight. But it does look like USF decided to give it over, which honestly for them is wise. They really didn't want to take that fight.
Thankfully for them, it's just a Cloud Soul. In my opinion, the worst soul in the game right now.
Some spiciness coming out from the Watermelon God yet again. Though he does miss the cannon. You know, bad player. Never mind. What have we been saying? We kid, we kid.
As Orin here builds a Warden's Mail, I don't know the tank items, but I think that's into a Randuin's. I don't know if it builds into anything else, but electing to build no MR says, I'm not afraid of the Nico. As Syndra also finishes her Saras. Graves going for the Infinity Edge, Samira going for the Bloodthirster.
Yeah, definitely as these fights come up though, we haven't really talked about him all that much this game, but Spirit Tracks is someone to look at considering that he has kept up remarkable farm on this Xayah, has 2 completed items and will be a bit dangerous. Of course, Pepperdine does have the clear advantage, but we can't count out the other players from USF.
That's true, but I feel like Orin just won't die in team fights. This Xayah has a very, very uphill battle here.
The hills were meant to be climbed, Cody. We'll have to see if she can do it.
We'll see, we'll see. This is looking like a Herculean task. It's just... the Orin is just so menacing. We'll see. If Xayah is able to carry, then we'll have ourselves a very spicy match. Oh, as Scott playing with fire there. Burns a Renekton ult though.
I'm sure Geopod is going to wish that he had that in the next fight.
Yeah, and that's a huge cooldown, I feel like, for USF. I hope Pepperdine starts Baron here. Maybe able to bait out some of the cooldowns out of it. Oh.
Stopwatch from Nico coming out in order to live, but ultimately does
Wow.
go down. Nico ultimate goes down as well. The Graves is stunned, goes very, very low. Ultimately goes down to the Xayah, but Samira Rel goes in. Gets that engaged, but not a lot of follow-up quite yet. But she does get the flip onto the Alistar, who goes down to Windchill, gets the double kill, including the Kindred. Rel engages yet again. Triple kill over to Windchill, and the ace goes over to Santa Masi.
Very well played from Pepperdine.
Windchill said, I'm tired of everyone talking about Santo. I want my kills now. It's my turn.
Has 25 stacks on the Medjai's. Playing out of his mind this game.
Very, very clean finger play.
As Nico TP's in here.
Stopwatch coming out from Windchill.
And Nico just has to give it. A Spirit Track there looked to carry that fight, but Samira and W there actually blocked the feathers on the way back, so missing out on a lot of damage there. And could have potentially turned the fight.
Very important. Santomasi was alive. He respawned before the Baron was completed, so all 5 members of Pepperdine have the Baron buff. And honestly, Scott's
Or
death
Liquid
in that...
Core JJ. Or
yeah,
Scott?
Scott died in that fight.
Oh, you said
Liquid...
Santo.
Oh, whatever.
Okay.
They're all the same. They don't have individuality. I don't need to know who they are.
True.
I joke. But sorry, Scott
True.
on the Graves. Plus, they all mixed up their roles. They're being mean to me. But yeah, Scott on the Graves respawned. Everybody has a Baron buff. All hunky dory.
Yep. There you go.
Alistar caught out there. Pretty tanky, but.
Right when I said Winchell was playing well, misses the stun on a CC target. It's not what you like to see.
You know, he was used to them dodging, you know? Important
Actually, not
to note,
CC, but...
the Watermelon God gets the
Winchell
stun
heard what
onto
I said and gets a stun on the Nico. Yeah.
Oh, and gets popped by Winchell.
Nico, I think, had Zanya's there, but of course would not have made a difference.
Pepperdine has a 12k gold advantage. They might just be pressuring to end here, but nope, they do fall back. Plan on getting this Elder Drake that's up in 20 seconds. Very smart, a cautious play.
Yeah, Pepperdine playing very cautious, just choosing the surefire way to win, get Elder and just end the game. And
oh, Kindred goes down, as does Alistar.
And Graves just tanks up everything.
Yeah, Jewel Pod does his best to get the kill onto Scott there, but Scott pops the stopwatch and it doesn't matter. Now Pepperdine probably will try to end, but I guess, you know, they don't have a wave here.
Yeah, unfortunately not, but they will get the Elder.
Honestly, it's sad for USF, but this game is pretty much lost. It would take a massive blunder from Pepperdine to not win out here, especially as they're going to be having the Elder Dragon.
Now I feel like it's just a matter of time before Pepperdine closes out the game, unfortunately for USF. A very hard fought battle, but Pepperdine just got the better of USF in those early fights, and very unlucky moments like that play in the top side where Windchill barely survived, so very unfortunate circumstances. Now with the Elder buff, Pepperdine can just dive all the turrets they want, and
it looks like Scott will just pop Saya like a grape. Windchill gets the kill onto the Nico. Windchill of Zonia's, but ultimately Kindred ultimate can only save them for so long. All 3 go down, and that is, I believe, a triple kill, yeah, for Windchill, and Pepperdine will close out this game with a very, very decisive victory.
just beautiful 2 games that we played today. I'm very excited and very proud of our boys here.
Yeah, very good to see some solid representation here in the WCC after our bit of an unfortunate match against University of the Pacific yesterday, but I know that this will provide like a solid mental reset for Pepperdine, these successes, so that next time they face against University of the Pacific, they will have the tools and mental energy that they need to potentially pull out that win. So that'll definitely be exciting. But now we can invite Kyle Kadiwampo Griffith, assistant coach for Pepperdine Esports, onto the stream to talk a little bit about that game. I'm letting him know that we are ready. So he will be joining us, and I can tell the chat now that the Watermelon God did agree to come on stream after we talk to Kyle. So if any of you have questions that you would like us to ask to Watermelon God, or Julian as his name is, we will be happy to ask them for you. So put those in the chat and we will say hi to him. So hello, Kyle. Congratulations on another victory, our
Thank
second
you.
victory today.
I can't be prouder of the lads. They played their hearts out. They left it all on the rift. That was just unbelievable. The game ends, we say GG, and then the cheers go up, and the Discord is completely unintelligible. This feels so good, right? We had a rough week last week, and I just can't be more proud of the guys. I mean, they bounced back so well. They're resilient. They don't give up. We make lane swaps. They go with it, and then we come out and we stomp 2 games. I mean, 4 deaths, no objectives. Like, what? We're 4 deaths short of a perfect game here in 34 minutes. It's unprecedented. It's amazing, and I have such high hopes for this team.
I'm very proud of the boys. I think they played amazing today, and I just can't wait to see where they go from here.
Yeah, nowhere but up, man. Real question though, I know chat wants it. What about the Watermelon God interview, right?
Yeah, I just invited him. If you want to stick around, Kyle, I'm sure you've already said hi and congrats to him, but we're about to see. I sent him the link. We'll see if he shows up.
We're showing champion diversity. We're showing the ability to adapt and draft. This team's just doing.
There we go. There he is.
Hello.
The one, the only.
Hi.
Hello. You were much requested. Everyone wanted to congratulate you on pulling this Ornn out of nowhere and just popping off. You did great those 2 games.
Thank you. Honestly, a lot of it goes to Scott for teaching me a lot of the tricks. Very good Ornn. So I'm under his tutelage, basically. So, yeah.
But no, you did very, very well. What is something that you'd like us to know about, how either you prepared to play these games or your mental thoughts within the game? Just give us some highlights.
So last week we kind of, fumbled in our games. But, we, instead of faltering, failing as others would, we kind of bounced back and we did much better as we showed these 2 games. And we were showing that we're here to play and we're here to win.
Yeah, do you have any thoughts about these roster swaps and what was your mentality and general thoughts going into it?
I had no idea Santo could play ADC that well. He has 0 deaths in all the games so far, so
yeah.
He's just a KDA player, I guess. But
True.
But overall, everyone's playing really well. Scott's playing the jungle really well. Tyler is doing a really phenomenal job mid lane, and our bot lane is doing, like I said, Santa. And today was Andy. Today Andy played. He played very well as well.
Yeah, I'm very happy for you guys. Just keep going.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I see one more thing requested from chat. People are requesting the Watermelon God origin story. If you would want to share that with us today, either about your name or how you got into League of Legends, or a bit of both.
I got into League of Legends freshman year. I started playing freshman year. I didn't really get into it until sophomore year. My introduction to League was playing Kha'Zix Thresh bot lane with my friends. That wasn't a very fun experience, so I stopped playing. And then once my PC got built, I started playing more. And, now I'm here. As for the origin of my name, I just really like Watermelon. My username before used to be really, really bad.
Oof, yeah.
It wasn't bad, like verbally. It was just didn't look nice. It wasn't appealing at all. It was actually xkill3r_0007. So
it's okay.
When I started moving to League, I'm like, well, I don't think I can keep this username or I'll be shunned by all my friends. So I liked Watermelon. And my original plan was Watermelon God, but that was taken, so I went to the Watermelon God. I made an account, and I think I forgot the account password, so I made the Watermelon God.
So there you go. Hey, it rolls off the tongue, the Watermelon God does. And hey, you went against Felon Watermelon, another apparent watermelon lover, and you did come out the Lord of Watermelon today.
Yeah,
so.
as a god should.
Awesome. So thank you very, very much for stopping by and giving the fans in chat what they want and gracing us with your presence. But just overall, just thank you. You guys played very, very well today. You especially, but everybody in total.
Everyone.
So
yeah, I want to thank the fans for requesting me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome.
But,
we'll be seeing you again here soon. Yeah.
Yeah, next week.
Bye. See you next week.
See ya.
And you, Kyle, as well. Unless you have any closing comments you'd like to give us or chat today.
I think big ups to Watermelon God. He played great. Big ups to Santo for swapping into the bot lane and continuing that perfect KDA. Protect that all season, KDA player. And I'm just excited. This program, this team, we're going great places. So happy to have everybody, and thank you guys so much for your efforts.
Yeah, and thank you, Kyle, and and make sure to send our thanks to Jonathan as well, our head League of Legends coach. He hasn't popped on with us yet, but thank you to him as well. You guys are coaching staff doing great things.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, so any closing comments for the chat tonight here, Cody?
I don't know. Just look forward to what we have. I mean, like you said, the only place we can go is up, and yeah.
Yeah, very, very happy with those two games. So we will continue with the WCC season. Next weekend, we just have, I believe, one game next weekend on Saturday. But we might have one on... No, I don't remember. I think just Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, but we will let you know if anything changes with that. And, before we sign off, again, we want to say GG, good game to University of San Francisco. We, love the opportunity to play against other universities, including yourself, and, we wish you luck in the next one. So, yeah, overall, bye-bye. Have a great rest of your night. I don't know. I'm not good at ending things, papers, streams, doesn't work out well for me.
All right, see ya.
All right.